Chosen ones. Have you ever felt something different in your body? Something you can't explain, but that seems to be trying to tell you something? A chill for no reason, a pressure in your head, a strange tingling, or even changes in your sleep. Know that this is not a coincidence. Spiritual awakening does not only happen at the level of the mind or soul. It manifests physically. The body feels, reacts, and often speaks before we can even comprehend what is happening. But most people ignore these signs, treat them as trivial, or even fear these changes. And that's where many get lost. When your consciousness expands, your body needs to readjust. Think about it. A small cup cannot hold an ocean. It needs to transform to accommodate a new amount of energy. And that's exactly what happens to those who are awakening. The body stops being just matter and becomes an instrument, a compass that indicates the right direction. The symptoms can be intense: sudden waves of heat, unexplained chills, vibrations in the body, changes in vision and hearing, restless nights, changes in appetite, pains that appear out of nowhere and disappear just as quickly. Each of these signs has a meaning. They are messages, codes sent to those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. If you are feeling this, you are not alone, and it is not random. Your body is tuning into new frequencies, adjusting to a higher level of consciousness. What was once invisible now begins to become perceptible. What was once just instinct becomes a clear language. But to understand it, one must know how to interpret the signs. In this video, we will reveal the signs your body manifests during spiritual awakening and what each of them means. If you have ever felt something strange but never found an explanation, this is the moment to discover the truth. Now, take a deep breath and prepare yourself, because after this video, you will never see your body the same way again. And before we begin, follow this channel. Here, we do not speak to everyone. We speak to the chosen ones. If you have made it this far, there is a reason. Do not ignore the call. Let's move forward together. The body is not just matter. It is an energetic field in constant exchange with the world around it. Most people live their entire lives disconnected from this truth, treating the body as a simple biological mechanism. But those who are awakening realize that it is much more than that, a channel of direct communication between the physical and the spiritual. Energy is not something abstract. It manifests in very concrete ways, especially when the body begins to tune into higher frequencies. Sensations like chills, shivers, tingling, and changes in temperature are direct responses to the flow of energy reorganizing within and around you. They are codes, signals that need to be understood. The body functions like an antenna. Just as a radio needs to be tuned to pick up a specific station, your body also recalibrates to access higher frequencies. At first, this process may feel strange. You might feel your skin prickling for no reason, or have the sensation that you are being touched by something invisible. You may even feel fluctuations in your body temperature with no logical explanation. But this is not a coincidence. These are the physical signs of spiritual awakening. When your energy shifts, your body feels it first. Before your mind can rationalize, your energy field has already come into contact with new vibrations. That is why many times, when you enter a space, you feel something different in the air, an invisible tension, a weight, or conversely, an inexplicable lightness and peace. Your mind may not process it immediately, but your body has already picked it all up. Waves of heat and chills are two of the most common signs of this recalibration. Without warning, an intense feeling of warmth can rise through your body, making your skin feel hot, as if it's burning inside. This happens because the Kundalini energy, a powerful spiritual force, is activating and rising up your spine. This internal fire burns away energetic blockages and elevates your vibration. Chills, on the other hand, indicate an interaction with more subtle frequencies. If you suddenly feel a shiver running through your body, without a noticeable change in the ambient temperature, it may mean that a spiritual presence is nearby, or that your body is absorbing a new vibration. This sensation may come accompanied by a strong intuition, a feeling of certainty, or even a state of alert, as if something invisible is happening around you. Another common experience during spiritual awakening is tingling and subtle vibrations in specific parts of the body. You may feel small pulsations in your hands, feet, forehead, or at the top of your head. These points are energy centers, the so-called chakras, that are being activated. When they begin to spin faster or open up, you feel these physical sensations as small shocks, subtle pressures, or even as if something is vibrating within you. This activation can occur during meditation, in moments of deep silence, or even unexpectedly, in the middle of the day. If you feel this frequently, it is a clear sign that your energy is changing, expanding, and connecting to higher planes. The more attention you give to these signs, the more aware you become of the transformation that is taking place. Another phenomenon that many chosen ones report during spiritual awakening is the buzzing in the ears. Without any apparent physical cause, a high-pitched, intermittent sound may arise, usually in one ear. For those who are unaware of the process, this may seem bothersome or even worrisome. But in fact, this sound represents a frequency adjustment. Just as an antenna picks up signals from different sources, your body is learning to tune into new dimensions. This buzzing may be your energetic system aligning with a new reality, receiving subtle information that your conscious mind cannot yet interpret. Some people describe this sound as a calling, a form of communication from higher planes. Others report that it arises exactly at the moment they are having an insight or a deeper perception. These signs may seem strange at first, but they are completely natural. Your body is reacting to the increase in your vibration, adjusting to receive and process a new amount of energy. The important thing is not to resist. The more you accept and understand these sensations, the more integrated you become into the process. Notice that spiritual awakening is not just an abstract concept or something that happens only in the mind. It reflects in every cell of your body. And the more attentive you are to these signs, the more easily you will be able to understand your new reality. Sleep is one of the most sacred moments of spiritual awakening. During the day, our minds are occupied with responsibilities, external stimuli, and distractions. But at night, when everything falls silent, communication with the spiritual plane and the unconscious becomes clearer. For the chosen, this period is a true portal where messages, energetic adjustments, and internal transformations happen intensely. Many begin to notice changes in their sleep patterns when they enter a process of awakening. What was once a normal cycle of rest is now interrupted by sudden awakenings, vivid dreams, or an inexplicable need to sleep more or less. This is not a coincidence. Your body and mind are adjusting to a new vibrational reality, and this directly affects the way you sleep. If you have been waking up repeatedly between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., this is a strong indication that your consciousness is expanding. This period is known as the spiritual hour, or the hour of the thin veil, a time of day when the barriers between the physical and spiritual worlds are thinner. Many spiritual traditions claim that it is during this interval that beings of light, spiritual guides, and higher energies are most active, transmitting information and assisting in the evolution of the soul. Waking up at this hour for no apparent reason may be your body responding to this call. You might feel an unusual state of alertness, as if you are ready to receive something. but without fully understanding what it is. This awakening can come accompanied by insights, deep thoughts, or even a sense of presence around you. For many, it is an invitation to enter into meditation, reflect, or simply attune to the energy of the moment. Dreams featuring repeated numbers, animals, unknown people, or mysterious places can have deep meanings. Often, what seems like a simple dream is actually a direct communication with your own higher consciousness. Some people report encounters with spiritual guides, or even experiences of astral projection, where they feel they have left their body and traveled to other planes. If your dreams have been more intense, take note of them. Keep a journal by your bedside and record what you remember as soon as you wake up. Over time, patterns may emerge, revealing messages that your conscious mind may not immediately perceive. On the other hand, not all the chosen go through this phase easily. Some experience deep insomnia, an inexplicable difficulty in relaxing and sleeping. This happens because the mind and body are dealing with a large volume of energetic information. Imagine a computer that needs to install a new update. It cannot just shut down and continue functioning as before. It needs time to process the new data, reorganize its systems, and adjust to the new configuration. Your body does the same. Spiritual awakening can be like an overload on the system, making it difficult to simply turn off. Racing thoughts, restlessness, and even physical sensations like tingling and heat can disrupt sleep. The secret here is not to fight against it, but rather to understand that your body is undergoing an energetic adjustment. To balance this phase, practices such as meditation before sleep, relaxing baths, or even avoiding stimuli like screens and heavy conversations before bedtime can help. Creating a nighttime relaxation ritual allows your body to understand that it is safe to rest, even amidst so many internal changes. On the other hand, some people experience the opposite, an intense need to sleep more than usual. This happens because, during deep sleep, the body has the chance to regenerate and integrate new energies. When we are spiritually awakening, many changes occur at the cellular level, and sleep becomes an essential period for this internal reconstruction. If you feel that you need to sleep more than before, honor that call. Your body knows exactly what it's doing. This prolonged sleep may be necessary to recalibrate your energy, repair emotional patterns, and even expand your spiritual perception more fluidly and naturally. Regardless of which of these signs you are experiencing, the most important thing is to trust the process. Your body is not against you. It is trying to align with the new frequency you are accessing. If you wake up every night at the same time, if you feel your sleep changing drastically, or if your dreams become more intense, know that this is a clear sign that you are evolving. Do not try to fit your experience into old patterns. Spiritual awakening changes everything, including how we rest and process reality. What was once just a simple period of sleep now becomes a sacred space of transformation. Allow yourself to experience this with mindfulness, observing each sign, each message, and each sensation that your body brings you. Because when you understand what is happening, fear disappears and gives way to acceptance. And more than that, you realize that you are not alone. There is something greater guiding every step of this journey. Fluctuations in energy and intensified emotions are clear signs of spiritual awakening. For the chosen, this experience can be confusing, as a moment of intense euphoria can be followed by a feeling of deep exhaustion. This phenomenon occurs because your body and mind are processing vibrational changes, adjusting to a new level of consciousness. Just as a radio needs to tune into a new station, your energy field needs to adapt to the new frequency you are accessing. These oscillations can be noticed in your physical disposition. There are days when you feel an almost limitless energy, as if you could accomplish anything, and others when everything feels heavy, requiring more rest. This happens because during the awakening, your energy is constantly expanding and contracting. The expansion occurs when you receive new spiritual information, energetic activations, and profound insights. The introspection then follows, like a period of integration, where your body and consciousness need to assimilate these changes. It's like the sea, with its high and low tides. In the high tide, you feel in tune with everything, inspired, motivated, able to see the world with more clarity. But in the low tide, the energy recedes, and the need for silence and rest becomes evident. The mistake of many is to resist these phases, forcing themselves to be productive all the time, or on the contrary, surrendering to fatigue without understanding its cause. The secret lies in accepting the natural flow of your energy. Furthermore, sensitivity to environments and people becomes much stronger. You may enter a place and instantly feel if the energy there is good or heavy. You can perceive emotions that previously went unnoticed, such as the anguish of someone even without them saying a word. This happens because your energy field expands, becoming more receptive to the frequencies around you. What was once invisible now becomes palpable. Therefore, during this phase, many feel the need to distance themselves from certain places, avoid crowds, or even change their circle of friends. Not because they have become arrogant or too selective, but simply because they can no longer be in environments that drain their energy. This change can be painful, as it requires letting go of old patterns and connections. But at the same time, it is liberating, as it allows you to align with people and situations that are truly on the same frequency as you. Another common effect of these energetic fluctuations is mood changes without apparent reason. You may feel at peace and suddenly be swept by a wave of irritation, sadness, or anxiety. This happens because your energy is being purified. Old traumas, emotional blockages, and negative patterns come to the surface to be released. It's as if the dirt that was hidden now comes to the surface before being completely cleaned. During this phase, it is essential to observe yourself and not cling to these passing emotions. If you feel sadness, allow yourself to feel it, but without identifying with it. If you feel anger, understand that it is a process of cleansing and not a setback. Each emotion that arises serves a purpose, and the more you accept, the faster it dissolves. As your energy changes, your body also reflects this transformation. Many people notice physical changes, such as brighter skin, a deeper gaze, and a more serene demeanor. This happens because your energy field becomes more luminous, and this manifests externally. The skin, for example, is a reflection of your internal state. During the awakening, your vibration increases, your circulation improves, and you begin to radiate a different light. Many people around you may even notice and comment that you seem different, more alive, more radiant. This is not just an aesthetic change, but a reflection of your spiritual transformation. Furthermore, physical pains can arise in certain parts of the body without any apparent medical explanation. These pains are directly linked to the release of emotional blockages. Places like the shoulders, neck, and back often store accumulated tensions throughout life, and when the energy begins to move, these areas can temporarily hurt. The same happens with the chest, which can feel pressure or tightness when old emotions come to the surface. These pains are not a sign that something is wrong, but rather that something is being healed. Your body is processing these energies to release them once and for all, allowing you to move forward lighter and more aligned. Another important change occurs in eating habits. Many people begin to feel repulsed by certain types of foods and a desire for others. This happens because your body seeks foods that are aligned with your new vibration. Heavy, processed, or dense energy foods begin to cause discomfort, while more natural and fresh foods become instinctively more attractive. This does not mean that everyone who goes through this process becomes vegetarian or follows a specific diet, but rather that the body begins to reject what does not contribute to its new energy. This dietary adjustment is natural and can happen gradually as your awareness of what truly nourishes your body and soul increases. All these changes are part of the process of expanding consciousness. Just as a butterfly needs to go through a transformation inside the cocoon before emerging, your body is going through a similar process. It is adjusting to the new spiritual identity you are assuming. The important thing is not to fight against these changes, but to observe them with curiosity and acceptance. Your body is not against you. It is working to align with your true essence. The more you allow yourself to feel and understand these signs, the more fluid the transformation process becomes. The journey of spiritual awakening is not just mental or emotional. It is reflected in every aspect of your life, including your body. The more attentive you are to these changes, the easier it will be to navigate them with consciousness and balance. The path may be challenging, but remember, everything that is happening is part of your growth. Accept, trust, and move forward. Spiritual awakening does not follow a fixed script. It does not happen the same way for everyone, and each person experiences this process in a unique way. Some feel intense physical changes, while others perceive more subtle transformations. The important thing is to understand that there is no right or wrong path. There is only your path. Energy moves according to the needs of each individual, and the body reacts according to its own wisdom. Some people go through phases of great euphoria, feeling connected to everything around them, while others experience moments of deep introspection. There are days when everything seems clear and fluid, and others when doubts and uncertainties arise. This is part of the journey, and trying to force an immediate understanding only generates anxiety and resistance. Spiritual awakening is a living process. Just as learning a new language in the beginning may seem confusing, over time, the words make sense, and communication becomes more natural. At first, the body's signals may seem random or even frightening, but as you allow yourself to experience this process with more acceptance, everything begins to fit together. Nutrition, sleep, hydration, and moments of introspection become even more important. It's not just about caring for the physical body, but also caring for the mind and emotions. Techniques such as meditation, contact with nature, intuitive writing, or any practice that brings peace are valuable during this period. Often, society does not understand this process. You may feel that you are changing, but that the people around you continue to live the same way. It may seem lonely, but this does not mean that you are isolated. Each awakening has a purpose, and those who need to cross your path will appear at the right moment. Trust in synchronicity. Another important point is not to compare yourself to the journey of other people. What works for one may not work for another. Some people awaken in a sudden, intense, and remarkable way, while others go through a more gradual transition. None of these forms is better or worse. They are all valid. What matters is the learning you are acquiring and the transformation that is happening within you. Discomfort is part of this path. Often, awakening requires you to abandon old beliefs, habits, and relationships that no longer resonate with your new vibration. This can be painful, but it is necessary. You cannot carry the weight of the past into a new reality. The best way to navigate this transformation is to surrender to the process. This does not mean giving up, but rather allowing the changes to happen without resistance. The more you try to fight against the signs, the more challenging the process becomes. But when you accept, observe, and trust, everything flows with more ease. In the end, spiritual awakening is not a destination. It is a continuous journey. There is no endpoint where everything will be resolved and perfect. With each new phase, new lessons emerge, new perceptions are revealed, and new layers of consciousness open up. The important thing is not to reach someplace, but to live each moment of this transformation with presence and surrender. If you are going through this process, remember, you are not alone. Many have walked this path before you, and many are still awakening now. Every step you take, every doubt you face, every emotion you feel is part of something greater. Honor your awakening. Honor your body. Honor your journey, and if this message resonated with you, if it made sense on some level, then follow this channel. Here we speak to the chosen ones, to those who feel that there is something greater happening. If you have made it this far, it was not by chance. Trust the call and move forward.